What is reality? What is reality? Anybody got a definition? Go ahead. Huh? Difficult. I like that. That's the result of reality, kind of. Ooh, see, you're stealing my stuff here. Hold on, slow down. I got a definition. This is out of the online. Okay, really, reality refers to the state of things as they actually exist, as opposed to how they might be imagined or perceived, encompassing everything that exists, including space, time, matter, energy, forces, consciousness, and abstract ideas. That seems really complicated, doesn't it, right? You didn't think it was that complicated at first. Yeah. So I like to deal with the first part, as things actually exist, because we see that's what reality is. It's what actually exists. So let's do an experiment here. Reality. We are sitting in a building right now. Is that reality? I think we can agree on that, right? Let's see how quickly this can change. The reason that we're sitting in this building could be different for every person in this room, couldn't it? It could be. The reason that we're in this building could be different from someone that's not a part of this community, couldn't it? If they know who's in this building, what their reality is of why we're in this building is different than why we believe we're in this building, right? See how quickly reality can change? So we got to get something more concrete, right? Right? What's today? The 22nd? Okay, today is June 22nd. Everybody agree? Come on. Is that reality? Do I have anybody that disagrees with me? Oh, come on, guys. Y'all are better than this. Somebody's got to disagree with me. It's today, June 22nd. Yes. Right now in Australia, what is it? It's June 23rd. It's sometime in the morning, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. This very moment. So today is not June 22nd. That's not reality, is it? Every time we think we got it, it slips away from us. You know why? Because here's what I believe, and you were alluding to it. We create our reality. There are things that exist in this world that we can say are concrete, but for the most part, the things that matter to us, we create them. We are crafting our reality every single day, every single moment of now. So I'm going to share with you how we can do that, be conscious of it, and do that on a regular basis. 3 ways. Be mindful of your thoughts. Be mindful of what's going on up here. You want to craft your own reality? You got to know what you're thinking all the time. Well, or at least be mindful of what you're thinking. Secondly, you've got to know that change is good, because it's going to happen. You can't stop it from happening. So you better understand change is good. Recognize it. And the last thing is this: you got to practice intentionality. Practice being intentional about what you want. You want to craft your own reality. You got to be intentional about, well, what do I want in the first place? Right? Be intentional about it. So 3 ways that you can craft your own reality. First is this: be mindful of your thoughts. Ernest Holmes said this: life is a mirror, and it will reflect back to the thinker what he thinks into it. Is that what you just said? It is. Yeah. Life is reflecting back to us. Our reality is reflecting back to us what we're thinking. We're creating it. We're experiencing things because of what we're thinking. I love this. I love this quote. Be mindful of your thoughts. Pay attention to the thoughts you have and the beliefs you hold, as they can significantly influence your actions and your experiences. That's your reality. What you're thinking is creating your reality. That's why you got to be mindful of your thoughts. I was watching Will Smith. Anybody know who Will Smith is? Some of y'all probably know him as an actor. See, but I'll go way back. I know him as a rapper first. Anybody? The Fresh Prince. Okay, there you go. Yeah, somebody not know that. Okay, but he is an actor too. He's probably better known for an actor than he is as a rapper. But he was on this podcast and he was talking. He's a really smart guy, and he was talking about you cannot bring something to your reality until you can see it in your mind first. You got to see it to bring it into this so you can experience it. Everything. What he was talking about is what I'm saying right now. We are creating this reality we experience every single day. We have to see it in our minds before we can see it in our reality. Right? It's so powerful. So observe your thoughts without judgment. Your thoughts are going to come. We all know that, right? They're just going to go through. You can't control what you think, but we have the power to choose which thought we're going to use. Ooh, that rhymed. I like that. I might have to use that one. We have the power to choose which thought we're going to use. I like that. Make sure you clip that one. All right. Put that one on Facebook or something. I did not plan that. I really did. I really did not plan that. But see, I've lost train of thought because of that. So anyway, we got to choose which thought we're going to use. We have the power. My Reverend Virginia, she told me this all the time. She said, you don't have to believe everything you think. That's such a powerful statement. I want you to think about that, really powerful. You don't have to believe everything you think. You don't. It's going to come through. The thoughts are going to come. But you have the power to stop, cancel that thought, clear it out, and choose again. That power lives within us. We have the power to choose what we're going to think. And when we're choosing what we're thinking, we're creating the reality that we experience. So be mindful of your thoughts. Acknowledge that your thoughts have a transient nature. They're just going to happen. They're going to go through. But let them just pass through like the wind. Let them just go. And trust me, there are people that don't realize this. They see something, it happens, they say, well, this is what it is. It doesn't have to be that way. Know that you have the power within you to choose again. You think something upset you? Nah, you know what? I'm not going to be upset. You can say that. Do you know that you can say that? I'm not going to be upset today. Nuh-uh, not today. I'm going to choose again. I'm going to choose joy. I'm going to choose love. We can choose it. Be mindful of your thoughts. You can gently redirect your focus. A couple of ways you can do that. Mindful breathing. I know you guys do meditation before I come in, right? I think you do meditation. But mindful breathing. It's a way to calm yourself down and just relax and be mindful of the thoughts that are going through, and you can let them just pass through and not think anything at all if you can get to that space, right? Just for a little while. Mindful breathing can help you be mindful of what's going on inside your body, right? Mindful walking is another way of doing it. I say this: mindful walking, mindful exercise, anything. Go out for a walk in nature. I love that. Go out for a walk in nature and just let your mind be free, right? And enjoy that time. And that's the way you can be mindful of what's going on in your thoughts, right? Change your thinking and you'll change your life. So how do you change your life? Change your thinking. That's right. Yeah. That's how you create your reality. Change your thinking. You'll change your life. Another way you can do this, I looked this up before this talk. Mindful eating. You ever done that? I have to work on this one. You're like, no, I haven't done that. I have to work on this one because I love me some like chicken wings, right? Chicken wings and pizza, right? And I don't want to slow down when I get them. But just slowing down and enjoying the texture and the taste of the food can allow you to be mindful of just enjoying that experience. And again, the thoughts that are running through your mind. Slow yourself down. Be mindful of what's going on in your thoughts, and it will help you create your reality. Very powerful. Second thing you got to do is this. Don't know that change is good. Y'all laugh when I said that, but I meant it. Change is good. I love this quote by John Maxwell. He said, change is inevitable. Growth is optional. Change is going to happen, but are you going to grow from it? Are you going to allow yourself to learn, be better, get more experience from the change? You can't stop the change from happening. You've got to be able to look at the change and say, what is this doing for me? You got to be able to change your perspective on what's happening. Because what's happening is just going to happen. What do they just say? It happens, right? It happens. But what are you going to do with it? That's the most important thing, right? Perspective is so powerful. I love that song that we did earlier where it says, when I change the way I look at things, the things I look at change, right? What's changing? You. The thing didn't change at all, did it? That thing didn't change. You changed the way you're looking at the thing. That's the power you have in you. You can change your perspective. I love perspective is so powerful. We can look at things, and sometimes we look at things and we don't see it the way it is. So I'll give you an experiment. Does the forest cross the road, or does the road cross the forest? Seriously, which one is it? You're right. Because if you really think about it, which one was there first? The forest was there first. But do we look at it that way? Nope. We look at it like the forest is in the way of the road. That's what we do. I mean, we do. I do it too, right? But in actuality, if we really think about it, the forest was there first, right? So when what are those birds that walk across the street really slow? Like, they be looking at you, right? You know what I'm talking about? They walking across there like, hey, I was walking across here before this road was here. Y'all can slow down, right? Think about it. Did the forest come around the golf course, or did we build the golf course in the forest? Which one was it? It was all forest. We tore it down and built a golf course. Right? And then so in Orlando, when they got that 18-foot alligator, y'all ever seen him walking across the golf course? Why is he walking across there? You never seen it? Oh, he's big. It's a big one. And nobody argues with him about anything. Don't say nothing. They let him walk. Nobody says anything. Yeah, just go ahead. Why is he walking across there? It was home. He was there first. He was. He's like, I used to walk here anyway. Perspective. Change your perspective. Change the way you look at things. And recognize that change is good. There's a great book that I love to talk about that deals with change. And it's called Who Moved My Cheese? You know that one. Anybody else read this? Amazing book. You read it? You love it. I love it. I'm sorry. I'm sure you do too, right? Yeah. 4 characters. Sniff and Scurry, 2 mice. They're in the maze, right? With 2 more characters like us. They're humans like us. Him and Haw. They're in this maze. And in the maze, they're in Cheese Station C, and there's cheese for days. It's amazing. Everything is great. They just get cheese, and they just chill, and they hang out all day long. Until one day, the cheese stopped coming. No cheese. So what do? There's been a change. What do? Well, Sniff and Scurry, the 2 mice, what do you think they did? They went out, they sniffed and scurried. They went out into the maze to find more cheese. If something changed, they changed. They moved. But the 2 people that represent us didn't. They stayed behind. They stayed and watched and said, well, I'm just going to wait for some more cheese to just show up. I don't like the change. So Sniff and Scurry are off in the maze. They find another cheese station where not only is the cheese good, it's better than it was at Cheese Station C. The change was good. Come on, the change was good, right? Right, but you got to work with it. Come on, work with me, y'all. I need it. You got to work with me. The change was good. So him and Haw just chilling for a little while, but one of them get up and leave. Right? Him gets up and he's gone. He says, I'm going to go find Sniff and Scurry. I'm going to find, something's changed. So I'm going to go and find the change. I'm going to do something different. Sure enough, he finds him. He sees that the change was good, yeah. But the other one's still left behind. He's like some of us. We don't want, you got to move with the cheese. He doesn't want to change. He wants to sit behind and wait. He doesn't want to deal with the change. And sometimes we're like that. We see a change in our life, and we say, I don't want to deal with it. I'm just going to sit here. Maybe something will happen. No, we've got to move with the change. Every single day. We got to learn how to grow through change. If we start to change our perspective and recognize that change is good, we'll start to move with it. It's an opportunity to grow. It's an opportunity to get better. How many people learned something during the pandemic? Seriously, yeah. I learned all kinds of things that I wasn't learning before during the pandemic. Right? It was a change. It was difficult, but I learned and I grew during the pandemic. It helps you be flexible. It helps you understand that you can be adaptable to things that happen in your life. And again, knowing that things are going to change all the time, right? So recognize that change is inevitable in your life. It's going to happen. It's what you do with the change that makes the difference. And if you want to craft your own reality, you've got to be able to deal with change and recognize that change is good. Yes, now they're getting in there. Change is good. Third thing you got to do is you got to practice intentionality. You got to be intentional about what you want in your life. Anybody think they can hit a goal if they don't know what it is? You don't know what the goal is. Can you hit it? No. How could you hit something? How can you get to somewhere if you don't know where you're going? You got to be intentional about what you want in your life. It's so, so important. I love this quote. Intentional days created life on purpose. Intentional days create a life on purpose. I say this all the time. You got to be planning your days, planning your weeks, planning your months, planning your 6 months, planning your year, 5, 10, right? Now, is it going to go that way? No, it's not, because it's changed, right? Yeah, what's that? There's a picture I've seen before where it says success, and you think it's a straight line, and then they show it, and it's like this line that's all over, like you see it. Yeah, okay, you've seen it. Yeah, it's not going to go that, but you got to plan it. You got to be intentional, and then when the change happens, you move with the change, right? Be intentional. I schedule myself, right? I don't have a assistant to schedule me, right? So I schedule myself for speaking and playing music and everything. And I schedule myself 6, 8. I'm scheduled in 2026 right now. I have to be intentional about how I schedule myself, or I'll mess up and schedule myself for 2 places on the same day, right? I have to be intentional. I have to think about it. I have to put it in my calendar. Make sure I know, did I put this in? And who did I talk to? And where am I going to be? I have to be intentional about what I want all the time. So we have to be intentional about what we want. If you want to craft your own reality, create the reality you want to see in your life, be intentional about what you want. Now, once you have been intentional and said what you want, what do you got to do then? You got to align your actions with your intention. See, where I'm from, they say you can't just talk about it. You got to be about it. You got to do it. Right? Because people can say stuff all the time. You ever talk to someone who says all this stuff and you look at them like, but they're not doing any of the stuff they say they want to do. They're not doing it. You have your intention, then you got to align your actions with your intentions. Otherwise, you're just talking, right? I talked. What was I talking about earlier? People say they want to lose weight. But are they eating in a way they want to lose weight? No. You ever seen somebody say, I want to lose weight so much, but they're not. They eat cheeseburgers and french fries, right? Ain't nothing wrong with cheeseburgers and french fries, but don't say you want to lose weight and then do that. You can't do it, right? How bad do you actually want it? Are you going to align your actions with your intentions? I was watching, there's a rapper named Russ, and he was talking about music. And he was saying, how bad do you want it? If you really want it, you'll be a new artist. You'll be making a song a month. I was like, yeah, okay, great. Right. This is not for established artists. This is for people up and coming, making a song every month and putting it out. And then he was saying that. And he was saying, and then he said, he was kind of making a joke, but he was saying, you see, I want a six-pack too. A 6-pack abs. He said, but I don't want them that bad. Because see, if you really want a 6-pack that bad, you got to put in the work. You need a caloric deficit. Y'all know what that is, right? You need to eat less calories than you burn in a day. Woo! See, I don't want it that bad. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't want it that bad. So be intentional about what you want, and then align your actions with your intentions. If you want to craft your own reality. A couple of ways you can do that. Use visualization, and I love this. the way to align your actions with it, use visualization. I used to run marathons. I don't anymore, but I used to go to a marathon, and the day before, marathons have a outline of the race. Every single mile, they'll tell you what's going to happen. This band's going to be here at mile 1 and mile 2 and mile 3 and mile 5, and you'll see all this stuff. And I can recall reading over a marathon and then going to the marathon, Marine Corps Marathon, Washington, D.C. They told us at a certain mile, 17 or 18, somewhere around there, that the actual families of members of the military who family members had died would be there with portraits of their loved one, you know. And I remember getting there and seeing them. And it was like I had already been there. And it gave me a lot of inspiration to see them there, and they gave us inspiration, and vice versa. But it's just powerful because it's like I had already seen them before I got there, using that visualization, right? Right? Be intentional about what you want, right? And if you have to, remind yourself, because sometimes you forget. I know I forget a lot of things, right? It's so funny. This morning, my mom calls me. I'm driving on the way here. She said, call me back. It's urgent. So I pull over to call her. And she goes, hey, and it wasn't, she said it was urgent. She goes, can you cut my yard tomorrow morning? That's what, true story. It's true story. She said something happened with her lawn person. She said, I'll explain it to you tomorrow, but can you come out tomorrow and cut my yard? I'm like, yes, I got you. And right after that, I put a reminder in my phone because I know I just might forget, right? So be intentional about what you want. And always, if you have to remind yourself any way you can, right? Be intentional and then align your actions with those intentions. So important. So if you want to craft your own reality, if you want to create the reality that you expect and want to see in your life, be mindful of your thoughts. Recognize that your thoughts are creating what you see and what you experience in your life every single day. Know that change is inevitable, it's going to happen, and that change is, yes, it's good, yes. And finally, be intentional. Practice intentionality. Be intentional about what you want. Then align your actions with your intentions. If you do that, you're going to change your life, and ultimately will change the world. My name is T.Y. Thank you for allowing me to share this with you today. Remember, the time is always now. Thank you.